You see, many of us pray for success. We pray. We pray to become something else. We pray to overcome our challenges. We pray to become winners. We pray more than any other thing. But then we forget or we overlook our daily activities, our actions, our habits, our commitments, our resilience. Someone once told me the will to do is more powerful than the doing itself, than the action itself. Because most of us make our decision before we actually take a step, before we actually start. For instance, you might ask someone, can you do this or that? Before you finish, they're like, I can't. They actually haven't tried. But the will have reached its own conclusion. So what's your conclusion on your daily activities today? What conclusion have you reached on what you are doing today? Now, if you look someone in the eyes, anyone at all, and ask them, do you want to become successful? I promise you 99 out of 100 times, without exemption, the first thing that jumps out of them straight at you is yes, with a big why. Yes, I want to be successful. Why? Because that's a wish. Wishes are easy. Why? Because wishes doesn't need commitment. Wishes doesn't need consistency. Wishing just needs, it's basically a word of mouth, a reflex, action. Now, if you ask that same person who just said yes to you, now you look them in the eye again and say, now you ask them, do you expect to become successful? Given the fact that you would keep doing exactly what you've been doing for the past 5 years up to today, based on your past result, based on your current result up to today, do you expect to become successful? Now, I promise you, the answer might change. You know why? Because expectations and habits are like 5 and 6. They're like brothers and sisters. They live together. In fact, they can't live without each other. Because they say, well, you create your habit and your habit becomes you. Just like you do a lot of things without even thinking about it. Most of you trying to put on your trouser, most time you put on the right leg in first. You don't think about this. It's become natural. You want to brush your teeth, you hold the brush on your right hand. Some habit, we've become this habit, we don't actually think about it. It becomes reflex. What you put in is what you get out. And sometimes you actually get out more. It's like you plant a seed of corn. You don't expect to get that one seed of corn back. When it's harvest time, you probably get like 5 corn on the cobs or 6. It's about the action. But what I'm trying to make you understand is that without the will, without the commitment, without the consistency, actually faith, when we talk about faith is the belief. Faith is what? Consistency. Because there's no way you're going to keep doing something knowing that you're going to fail. So when you have faith that whatever I keep doing will result or would become favorable. That is faith. Faith is consistency. Faith is keep going at something knowing that there would be a change. Another thing in life is like we can all see our destination. Either we admit it or not. We can all see where we're going to end up. Just like companies, they do forecast and budget. We can all predict where we're going to land in 5 years from now or very close to that. Why? Based on our action, based on our daily actions. Except we refuse to become honest with ourselves. We know if we keep doing what we're doing today, we know where we're going to end up. So regardless of the amount of prayers we pray, without actions, we know where we are going to land. It's like you expecting a mango tree to bear you orange fruits. It's not going to happen. But as human, we expect a lion to give birth to a deer. We have one action, we expect a different outcome. It's like we're trying to play nature or something. We should all become what we do, our actions, not what we say. What we say is our wishes, is our prayers. But what are we doing? Not what we want, not what we talk about, but what is our action saying about us? What's our result saying about us? What kind of habit are we building? Because we would become that habit without thinking about it. Another way of thinking this is, why do we have rainy season and dry season, winter period, and summer, autumn, spring, fall? Why do we have these things? So just looking at nature, you understand that nothing happens by chance. Nothing happens by chance. Everything has a cue. The tide goes in and it comes back. Nothing happens by chance. Everything is based on action, reflections. So I'll take you back to the wheel. The wheel is the most powerful thing. The people who built the space ship and the rocket that took people to the moon or whatever, their focus was the wheel, because they know where there's a will, there's a way. And I'm not talking about we just closing our eye and praying and saying, I believe, without action. You have to back up your prayers with actions, with the will, with the doing, with the commitment. Even after multiple period of failures, you still have to keep trying. Why? Because you see those failures as an experiment, a trial. Because every time you fail, you're getting closer to your goal. Every time you fail, you're getting closer to your goal. When you start seeing things that way, you start living differently. Your life starts changing. And I'm just saying today, whatever you're going through, whatever struggle you're going through, or you're doing well in your life, it's just the will. Once you write out your goal, you have to take action. For every dream in your head, once it's not put into paper, it's not pushed, it's not programmed, it's just another note in your head. And before you know, you've gotten another idea that's taking over that. Your brain can only accommodate so much. Before you know, it's pushing out good ideas that could have changed people's life, ideas that could have made you maybe rich or helpful, ideas that could have lifted people up, just because we are so scared of going after our dreams.